ooit de film Trainspotting hebt gezien, dan zit er een scène in, dat moet je kennen. Dan komen die gasten in een club en daar draait een plaat en die draait heel hard, heel mooi. En dat is For What You Dream Of van Bedrock.
Diane was right. The world is changing. Music is changing. Drugs are changing. Even men and women are changing.
En Bedrock is een muzikaal duo bestaande uit top DJ John Digweed en Nick Muir. En Nick Muir is een heel bijzonder iemand. Je leest of je hoort weinig van hem. Hij is echt een man op de achtergrond. En sinds een tijdje draait hij ook zelf als DJ. Dat is heel bijzonder. Hij is eigenlijk dus na zijn 50ste pas gaan draaien als discjockey. En we gaan naar hem toe en we halen hem op. We gaan een ritje met hem maken. Hey, listen, it was funny. I saw Trainspotting a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. The new one?
No. The old one with For What You Dream Of in it.
Okay.
And I was thinking of you. I mean, that song is unbelievable. It's still good. Huh?
That's nice of you to say. I've listened to it a few times recently.
Yeah.
Because I needed to get the original master off the tape and make it digital, and makes you listen to it. And I was thinking, actually, this is all right.
It's all right. It's an epic song, man.
and the sound of it was good.
Yeah.
The mix of it was good. The people that were doing the mix down, my friend Cliff, used to work for Thomas Dolby. You know him?
Yeah, of course.
And
he's great.
He was assistant to Thomas Dolby, and he did the final mix down, and he made it sound great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful track.
So it's nice to revisit it and have another listen and go back, because, like you say, it's a long time ago now. It's kind of.
How long is it?
We made that track I think we actually made it in 1993. August 1993 is when we made it, and. But of course, it didn't get on. Trainspotting was released in '96, I think.
Yeah. So that's 36 years ago.
No, that's
26 years ago.
26 years
26 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the age.
That's 10 years.
It's the age thing.
Oh my God, I've aged 10 years in the last 5 minutes. It's driving with you.
It's unbelievable. Did you think when you made that track at that time that dance music? I mean, look at Amsterdam at the moment. There are more DJs than the people going to the clubs these days. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable business.
Everybody's a DJ.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing. What you're saying is, did I think it would become this when we were making that?
Yeah.
I thought, yes, that it would be a big scene that would last a long time. But the reason I thought that was because I loved it so much, you know. And my thinking was, well, if everybody gets to find out, you know, what a good entertainment this way of doing things is, then, you know, it could be absolutely massive.
Yeah.
And it is. I'm not sure if it worked out quite the way that I thought it would, but it's definitely. I definitely thought that because it was so completely different, that way of doing things than what the music business had been up to that point. You know, like with the rock and the pop thing, and punk and playing with guitars and doing that whole thing, and then you had the electronic side coming through with force, playing those records really loud through big powerful sound systems. Suddenly it made so much sense. You know,
it did. Yeah.
And that happened over a period of 2 or 3 years. And so for me, because I was in the music business before, playing professional keyboards for bands and things,
for Johnny Holiday.
I played for Johnny and Take That. I was in their backing band for a while. A few other people.
Yeah.
But to watch it, to be in the music business and then suddenly see this thing happen right in front of your eyes, you know, was a real privilege. And
I can imagine.
You know what they say about the music business, to be in the right place at the right time is, you know, that's what you're trying to get. And it's just a matter of luck that I happened to have a front row seat to watch this scene develop. So that's been a real privilege for me as a musician, you know, to watch something which didn't really exist in that way suddenly come into being.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And to be part of it.
What's also wonderful about it is that you always with the tracks you make with John and the music you play now as a DJ is underground music.
Yeah.
And you attract, which is also special, because when you go to a Rolling Stone concert, the audience is almost the same age as the guys who are on the stage. But you and John and guys like Nick and Hernan, they attract a young audience.
That seems to be the case. I would say that there's, you know, at the shows that I do, a lot of people are there.
They're 50.
Yeah, they're not as old as me. But you know, there seems to be an age range. Some of them are older, some of them are younger. But you go over to Argentina where Hernan plays, and then, you know, the people are 18, 20, 30. Not too many people 40.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
It's great. It is great. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Hernan's done a lot for the scene over there.
Yeah.
He's a great man. You know Hernan, right?
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. And I saw a video on your Facebook page that you also played in South America and exploded, actually. Do you remember that video? Which you said I was playing a cheeky song, a remix. You said. You don't remember? Do you do it yourself, or do you have someone who does it for you?
What, the videos? No, I don't remember what you're talking about, Mick.
Yeah, it's a video that's on your Facebook page, and it's a very rough song, and everybody is dancing and.
It was, yeah, I'm not sure if they were quite ready for a beat as heavy as that one.
It was heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, thing about me and John and Bedrock is that we've got very similar tastes in what we like and how we like the music to come across, you know.
But that's the reason why the two of you are together that long.
Yes, it's because we agree about music. You know? And he kind of he'll say things to me about the music that we're making, and I understand what he means. And it's because we want the same. You know, we like it to be musical, but we like it to have energy. We don't like it to be too polished.
Exactly.
We like it to have some rawness to it, and you know, we like it to roll along in a certain way. We don't the hypnotic thing. We both like that.
But what I always liked in your music is the you could call it a bit of a musical paradox. That some stuff that's really hard, but it has a beautiful melody to it attached. So you know, you're on the wrong foot sometimes, and I like that. You understand what I'm saying?
I do understand totally what you're saying, and I was thinking about this the other day, just listening to music. I love when the rhythm is right and the groove is right, and it you know, makes you want to move. That's what I want from my dance music. I want it to make me move. But if it's just that, I think it's kind of, you know, it's nice for a track to have something memorable in it, even if it doesn't have to be very much, but something that just gives it a little bit of personality, you know? What does John always say? He says, something to hang your hat on. He says,
all right.
A hook.
That's a good expression.
Yeah. Just something to give it a little bit of personality, a bit of identity. It doesn't have to be very much, and I think we both like that, you know? Just something that gives it a little bit of, marks it out in some way.
Yeah, exactly. You did an album once with John. I remember. They had new tracks on it.
Yeah.
Remember that one that you did? But was also I can't remember. There was a special one
What,
from,
the book,
from a movie. It was from a movie.
Oh, you're not thinking of The Traveller when we did it from the book?
Yeah. The Traveller. Yeah.
The guy who wrote the book is called John 12 Hawks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he got in contact with John actually, and he said he admired what John did. And the thing is about John 12 Hawks is he's incognito. He's very difficult to get hold of. He's not on. He doesn't have a web presence. He's not online.
That's what
you can get hold of him, but only on his terms.
Yeah.
And he got in contact with John and said, "Do you want to maybe try something?" So we got him to read out some short phrases from his book, and then we set it to music. And the idea was to try and mix, a literary style with the music. So mixing genres, mixing types of art instead of just records with each other. That was John's idea. He loves to mix. And that's what we did. We got him in, and we did some voice changing on it. So when he speaks his phrases from the book, his voice is not recognisable. And built tracks up around them.
It was nice. It was really. It was a bit of darkness to it, but it was nice.
The atmospheric was what we were going for, and I really loved making that record, and I was really pleased that John came up with the idea to do it. We might do something else with him, but can't say too much about that.
No,
I'd have to keep it under.
You tell me.
He was a traveler.
Now, okay, I don't want to talk too much about your private life, because that's private. That's what it says. But if I look at my daughter of 11 years old, sometimes she's in my car and then I play my music, which is your music.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Well, this is too. No, this is not. This is this." And, but not in the sense that it's too much for her. But the way she talks about it is like that my music is commercial, something like that.
Oh God.
And then she turns on Pink, because she loves Pink.
Okay.
And then I think by myself, which is strange actually, because I feel like like yesterday, for instance, there was a track that John was playing, and I took my mobile phone and I recorded it, not filming John or whatever. I recorded it on the floor just to have it on my phone, so I can pull a Shazam on it,
Oh, okay.
Shazam or something like that.
Yeah.
To know the track, and I'm 63 years old. And I'm still looking for those.
Still Trainspotting.
Exactly. Feeling a bit of a nerd. I feel a bit of a nerd when my daughter talks to me like, well, no, this is not,
Well, your daughter's 11, right?
Yes.
Well, mine's 14. And teenager, right?
Yeah.
And don't I know it? She's just coming into that stage, and now she knows the sort of music that I make.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I put something on in the car, which she thinks might be done by this, she says, "What's this? Get this off! This terrible music."
Exactly.
Knowing full well that this is music that I might have written, So and then we get something else, which I have to bite my lip and go, "So no, this is good too. I like this."
What music does she like?
Well, you see, the thing is, that generation, they get all their music from the internet, right? So what Bluebell, that's my daughter.
Yeah. Beautiful name.
Yeah, she'll be watching YouTube, and she'll hear something on the soundtrack of the video that she's watching, and she'll search that up and she'll download it.
All right.
That's what she does.
Okay.
And we were actually listening to some guy called Hobo Johnson, who's like a rapper type of. There's a white guy rapper, but it wasn't. It was kind of different, more emotional and a bit crazy sounding.
Okay.
And I actually quite enjoyed it, and so this is the marvellous thing about the internet. We were listening to it in the car one minute, then we searched up, found out when he was playing, and we bought a ticket then and there. So me and her are going to go and see him play in December. So
yeah, that's great.
just the two of us. So that's going to be really good fun.
That's great.
But I don't think she'll ever be into the club music, Mick.
No, my daughter.
Because I like it, I make it.
Yeah, that's.
It's not.
It's not
not
cool.
gonna.
It's not cool.
It's just not gonna happen, man.
Cool. How does it feel to be a family man and being on the road? Well, John can do it.
Well, I mean, John is, John's John, man. Yeah. I don't know how he does half the things that he does.
It's unbelievable. Let's not talk about that because it's unbelievable.
I know it is. He's different. But I'm all right with it. I think if I was going away as much as John is, I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. But John travels and plays under very nice circumstances, so that might make it easier. But still, what I've really enjoyed.
What an asshole!
Oh dear. What I've really enjoyed is being able to be around to watch Bluebell grow up a bit.
Yeah.
And as you know, I spend more time in the studio than I do playing. And that has meant that I've been able to be available to, pick her up from school and do that stuff,
and quality time with your daughter.
That's right, and get to know them socially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of be their friend. And it's I'm not looking forward to the day that she moves away. We have my wife has a son who's 23, just turned, and he was like 7 when we got married. Now he's left, he's training to be a doctor, but all of a sudden he's kind of not there anymore. And you're like, oh, nobody really prepares you for this. You know what I mean? You think, he's one of the family, and now he's going to university, and now he's working in a hospital, and now he's not there. What?
Yeah, I can imagine.
No. So, and it's kind of made me realise that that's what's going to happen with Bluebell one day, and it'll be just me and the wife. What the fuck will we do then, Mick? But my point is that it's been nice not to spend too much time away, and when I am away, I miss them. I think I'm happiest when I'm at home cooking them dinner in the kitchen, really, to be honest. But playing out, doing this bit of playing that I'm doing now has been really worthwhile exercise. If you spend a lot of time in the studio making tracks, you're not really in a position to understand what they mean to people. And so if you go out and play, then you get people coming up to you and saying, I really like what you did, actually. And that for me was a surprise. I was talking to Luke Brancaccio and Simon Berry. Simon used to run Platypus.
Yes, great label.
Now Luke plays, obviously, but Simon never did. And I said the same thing to him because they were going to go and do a little live thing, and I said, you should go, if only because you'll be surprised at the people that come up to you and say thank you, for what you've done. And it was a bit of a surprise to me, really, to get out and actually have some feedback from people that they'd enjoyed what you'd done. And it's like a little bonus, really. So it's been worth doing it from that point of view, definitely.
Good man.
So I wouldn't have missed it.
But it's I told you before, I think it's great that you're playing. And I listened to mixes of you, and they're really, really, really nice.
That's nice for you to say, man. I think I've kind of, well, the truth is I've been watching John do it for so many years that I kind of got the hang of it now. I kind of I know a bit more about, I understand a bit more about what's happening. So I'm looking forward to playing the first shows with John. We'll see how we go, eh? It's like, when are we doing our shows together, John? It's
you did the transitions together.
He has me play the transitions.
That's really nice.
So,
it was a good mix.
it seemed to go down okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a bit of time to put it together, and I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Like you say, you get the atmosphere in the club, which you don't get in the studio, you know, and you get that big sound, and it's been fun.
Hey, you're back at the hotel, man.
Hey. Hello.
Hey, I'm gonna say to the camera that he knew that this was being recorded, so he's very open. This man, this Nick Muir, but it's not that I didn't tell him that the camera was on.
It's been a pleasure, Mick. Really great to see you.
Same-wise. And we're gonna see you Saturday, because I'm really looking forward to it. Because I was really sad that I couldn't see you tonight.
Right.
So I'm gonna see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can make it down.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'll put your name down on the list.
Great.
And I'll see you there.
I'll walk with you.
Thank you, Mick. Yeah.
the truth. Muchas gracias.